Hey, I'm Bob, totally blind since birth, and I'm into Lord of the Rings. So I figured we'd take a look at an action figure from Diamond Select. And let me bring forth the Uruk-Hai warrior here. So I owned, I think, a crossbow Uruk-Hai, berserker Uruk-Hai, and Ugluk back in the day. But I love this guy just because of all the accessories he comes with. So let's see if we can't raise him and lower him first. I've always loved these guys and their armor. Crossbow Uruk-Hai wore armor like this, if I remember correctly. So he has this cleaver-like sword in his right hand. I think Ugluk came with one of these. If I'm remembering my Toybiz action figures well enough. So this blade, I like the rusty feel it has to it. It feels like he could give himself a nice infection if he cut his hand or his arm with this blade here. In the back of it, it's got this spike protruding off of it. So I guess if he flung it back, he could really do some damage with it. So let's do some rotations with him too. How remiss, I forgot to do that. Okay. So here on his left arm, he's got his shield I've strapped to his left arm here. I love this thing. I like how it comes to 2 points at the end, so if he's running at somebody, he can just skewer him with this shield here. Boy, I love that shield. Turn him around so you can see his long hair he's got. Feels kind of dirty. I don't know if these guys wash. I don't think they do. I would think the Uruk-Hai probably don't waste time bathing. Yeah, I've always loved their hair though. Pretty cool. Okay. All right, he does have an alternate head, but the helmeted head is stuck fast to his ball-jointed neck for now. I hope this comes out okay. So I have him holding the alternate head in his gripping right hand. So if you don't mind the car horn outside, sorry about that. Let's just say he had a disagreement with one of his buddies. Probably had a noisy car. Not that they have cars in Middle-earth. Yeah, he took care of his pal here. They were fighting over some food or something. Yeah, so he's holding up his buddy's head or a former rival's head. Maybe he was a buddy. Who knows? So yeah, he's got a gripping hand, and the head fits perfectly in his alternate gripping hand. So till I figure out what to do with his alternate head, I mean, I could just try and pry that head off. I just don't want to break it. So yeah, he's got an alternate head, and if you're in a predicament to where you can't get it to fit on the ball joint, yeah, that's what you could do with it. That guy never should have said I smelled bad. And he does have an additional accessory here. And we'll take a look at. We'll just take his buddy Orson's head out of his right hand here. I don't know how I'm going to display this accessory. It's a rather massive accessory. Maybe you can already see it. It's it's a pretty massive weapon here. Just give me a second. All right, so he comes with this massive pike here. This is the only Uruk-Hai I've ever had that comes with a pike. So I guess they were using these at Helm's Deep, trying to fend off folks as they were going over the walls. I know the Berserker Uruk-Hai used those double hook-like swords, hooks on both sides. I've never seen this pike weapon here. I guess I'll try to make some passes with him, go up and down, because this is a huge pike. I think it's really cool that I finally got to take a look at one of these. The orc weapons, I just love those, and I love listening to Richard Taylor and all the guys at Weta on the DVD bonus features of the extended cuts talk about the armor and the weapons and things like that. And this is my only way of taking a look-see at them. Boy, I love that pike. I wonder how I can go about displaying it a little better. It's just so big. Okay, so yeah, here's his gripping hand. He's got two gripping hands. I just figured I'd show one with the gauntlet on. And you can take the gauntlets off, you know, in order to display him with his shield strapped onto either arm. You're going to have to take the hand off. You're going to have to take the gauntlet off and attach the shield. But it's cool. I think the only nitpick I have is that the ball jointed head, the helmeted head there is a little difficult to get on. You have to heat it up with a hair dryer, which is fine. But I think my problem is wanting to swap heads, because I don't think that helmeted head is wanting to come off again. I guess I could just reheat the neck with a hair dryer for about 4 or 5 seconds. I just don't want to break this guy. I think he's the coolest Uruk-Hai that I've owned. I just love all the accessories he has. If only he had a crossbow, but maybe we'll get a crossbow Uruk-Hai at some point. And some more, orcs and baddies from LOTR. Hobbit, too. I really do enjoy the villains in these movies, all 6 of them. Anywho, that'll do for this review, and I'll hear you guys next time. I've got about 7 or 8 of these lined up, so yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a journey through Middle Earth, I guess. So be here next time. Till then.